Hey, everybody, Dr. Meri Crowley here for a special Now is the Time broadcast. We've got Kimberly Fletcher of Moms for America. It's an organization that has taken America by storm with over 500,000 people around the world with moms that are standing up for liberty, truth, and justice. And we've also got Nancy G. I know her name's hard for me to pronounce. That's why I say Nancy G, a mama bear that is also with Moms for America out of San Francisco. And literally, she got the Mama Bear of the Year award at Mar-a-Lago. And so we're so excited about having you guys on the program today because, Kimberly, there's an event next year, the 250-year anniversary of our nation's founding. And you're going to be doing 250 city tour. And that's really exciting. And then I have an event this coming weekend on November 1st in San Francisco we're going to talk about as well. So welcome to the program, both Kimberly and Nancy. Good to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you for having us on.
Yes, Kimberly, I met you before at Mar-a-Lago when you had the Monster America Luncheon. That was in December of 2025. And then I also met you at the Rise Up Con with Kevin Zorbo in Knoxville, Tennessee last year. And, I'm really excited that what you're doing and standing up. And this tour, just explain a little bit about when does it start and how can people get involved with that?
So the tour is the US 250 tour, and you can get more information at us250tour.com. It is a tour by the people, for the people, to celebrate America's 250th birthday. It launches in January, and it will be going all across the country, 50 states in 50 weeks. And we are carrying some really cool things with us. We're collaborating with the White House 250 Task Force. They have a couple of tours that they're doing that we're coordinating with them on, but we have a Kids America, we have patriotic shows. It's a traveling fair, and we're bringing it to you.
Great. And so now Nancy, we talked on another show earlier, but Nancy, her story is pretty compelling. Nancy, why don't you say you jumped into this fight because you saw what they were doing to your children at school when you saw some of the things that they wanted your children to memorize. Why don't you just briefly go into that again, Nancy?
Yeah, last year, beginning of last year, my son was rushing to school and dropped a bunch of papers. And when I came across the papers, it was like them to memorize over 200 genders and sexual stuff that was, not appropriate for children. And this is like literally just common sense. And I literally lost my mind. I started making calls, and I even engaged the school. I literally even engaged the pastor where I was worshiping, and Kamala Harris's pastor. So he told me this is San Francisco. And there are a couple of other people who I approached, and they said, if you're not happy, you can go back to Africa. And even where I was working, nobody will touch like you don't say that in San Francisco. You're homophobic. And they said, I'm not. I'm just trying to see who gave the school permission to teach my kids this. When I pledged the Pledge of Allegiance and became a US citizen, I know what I got myself into. I ran away from a country that was not favoring me. I came here, and this is my home. And I, I started looking for other people and other moms who have children in school. And I said, wait a minute, I'm a Republican. Where are the Republicans in San Francisco? And I could not find even one. So I drove to Silicon Valley, Silicon Valley Republican women who told me, have you heard about Moms for America? I said, no, who are they? I started Googling. And I was like, oh my God, they're talking about everything that I've been thinking about. I'm not crazy. And it was just so amazing where I thought, this is how I was approaching Africans, because I'm like, our values, we are conservative, but this is a bunch of women, different races, who are preaching exactly what I felt about. And when I approached them, I've never felt at home. And they gave me every single tool and equipment to fight for my children in America. So when they made me to be the head leader here in San Francisco, I quit my job and I did this full time. Nobody was paying me to get on the streets and make sure we have the right leader at the White House. Today, I am reaping the fruits of what I did. The first thing President Trump did was dismantling the education system. Kimberly, Moms for America, they paid for my flights and trips to go to DC, fight for the Eats Act. As moms, we want to make sure our kids are eating the right food, no GMO. Our kids have the right education. And what is my role if I'm not the hummingbird? I wish there were more moms standing up to see this is the right America and our children being raised as patriots to fight for the freedom of America. We don't have another country. Our country's betrayed us, so we are here to make sure America stands up for what is right. And I got every single tool and knowledge and backup and so much love from an organization that is really changing the narrative of what America should be. So I couldn't be any happier.
Well, and I'm sure they're happy that they have you. And I'm excited because I met Nancy. Actually, I've been the last couple of months up in San Francisco promoting the event. God woke me up May 2nd and said to me these words: "We won't shut up until you open the heavens." And he told me to start doing these events around the country. First one was the Mount Rushmore area, second Chicago, then Florida, San Diego, Idaho. He just had me going different places, but this is the seventh Open the Heavens, Keys to the Golden Gate. And so let's
And
put
you
up.
are doing it right in the belly of the beast. I just want to insert how incredibly powerful and impacting this is. One of the reasons why Charlie Kirk was so impactful is because he went to the people. It's what Moms for America does. We go to the people. We train amazing moms like Nancy and others who are so concerned about what's happening in their communities, but they need a support system. They need to know that they're not alone. And the fact that you chose to take this to San Francisco, I'm thrilled because you can take it into, Williamson County, Tennessee, where everybody just, loves God, Freeman family, or Branson, Missouri. And I'm not saying don't take it to those places, but where they need us the most, places like San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, they need this, and they need to know we're not alone. And the God of heaven needs to be introduced into those evil places where this is like being the light in the darkness, and moms are going to love this. So I hope Nancy shares it with everybody that she knows. And I just want to say how grateful I am that you are bringing this event to San Francisco to be a light in the darkness.
Well, thank you, Nancy. And, people can go, it's free you can register on my website. You don't even have to register. You can just come, but if you register, we already have all your information and you'll already be in our system, so we can send you an email. But also we do have a VIP seating and a VIP luncheon, beautiful buffet banquet luncheon, as well as there's parking and a meet and greet with the speakers who we have. Pastor Cheon, who's running for governor in California now, Lou Engle, who's literally mobilized thousands around the country at these events called The Call. And literally where thousands have come to the mall in Washington, D.C. to pray. And we were just at Communion America a couple weeks ago, where there was a mile and a half long communion table, several thousand people praying, worshiping, and taking communion. And then we've got Pastor Dave Bryan and Chuck Pierce of Glory of Zion, a church out of Dallas, travels the world. He's very well known globally, and many other pastors locally, as well as I'll be showing my film, Freedom Cry, Sex Trafficking in America, in the afternoon. And we'll have a panel. Isabel Finney is one of the only organizations there finding kids in San Francisco. Literally in the last year, they've rescued over 300 children. But it's one of the number one places in America, San Francisco, where children have been sex trafficked. So we hope that you guys can come. If you don't come in person, we will be streaming it for free on my website, mericrowley.com.
And we'd like to promote that. So make sure that you send us the link that we need to connect that to. One of the things that we hear most from moms is, where's the church? You're bringing the church. Look at these incredible, incredible speakers. So I am I wish I could be there. I want to know when all of the events are. We can have them up on our website and list so that people can find them. They want to know, where is the church? Where is the church that's supporting the family? Where's the church that's preaching the gospel? Where's the church that's going to stand up against the evil that's coming our way? Because when the colonial times, when the British Army came into a town, the first thing that they did was burn down the church, because they knew how powerful that pastor was and the influence he had in the community. We need that back. And you are bringing it back. So I'm sorry, tell people again how they can get onto the live stream and watch it, because I want everybody to be able to see it.
Yes. Yeah, take off the flyer from the screen, please. MeriCrowley.com. They can go there. It's right below. Meri, actually, God spoke to me one day, early morning, one day, Kimberly and Nancy, and he said to me, your name's right in the middle of America. And I went, A-M-E-R. And I go like, wow, it is. And Meri, I mean, shining sea. Now, it's not about me. I'm just a team player. God believes in dream teams and the people coming together in unity. So if you go to my website, MeriCrowley.com, you can watch the live stream on there as well. But if you're in the area, please come, because there's something about coming together, not just watching it on live stream, which is good if that's all you can do. But at the end of the event, we do this fire tunnel where people come through and we pray over people. They feel a sense of connection, Kimberly. But, as we close it out, because I'm actually going to be driving up to San Francisco after that, my car's all packed up. Kimberly, I just feel, because I'd like to know about people and stories. When did you get involved? What was the inspiration of you starting Moms for America?
Well, it was 9/11. My husband was stationed at the Pentagon on 9/11, and it was through a series of literal God-given miracles that he came home safe that day. And when he did, it changed me. And I realized for the first time, up close and personal, the cost of freedom. And I was committed to paying that price, to making sure that my children and my grandchildren had the same freedoms that I did. And it was the day that I went from just being patriotic to being a patriot. And I've been on the front lines of freedom ever since. The next 3 years, I tell people, under the tutelage of God, didn't realize it at the time, but I was, and he was preparing me for something I had no idea was coming. And that was the call in 2004 to start a national organization to support moms, to promote liberty, to raise patriots, to restore our republic through the Mothers of America. And it has been an incredible journey. And we have grown exponentially, and we've got to meet incredible people like you, have amazing moms who are leading counties like Nancy. And it's amazing to see the influence and impact that we are having, even so much that in the last year, since President Trump has been inaugurated, we've been asked to come to Washington, D.C., to the White House, or to meet with members of the cabinet 49 times for stakeholder meetings, press conferences, bill signings, policy briefings. And it's been absolutely incredible to have a seat at the table and realize that here, right now, in this administration, the American people are being heard, and we are heading in the right direction. So while the president is working on policy, we need to come together and go alongside in culture. And that's what you're doing, Meri. That's what we're doing. That's what Nancy's doing, reclaiming our culture while they're working on policy.
Well, thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you so much, Kimberly. And we thank you for watching, because we are together. United we stand, divided we fall. And that's what the enemy tried to do. He tried to divide us. He tried to open our borders. He tried to pit against Republicans, Democrats. It's really we, the people. It's not a party. It's really the people. We, the people, have to stand up. Even during, the American Revolution, it was the Continental Army that General George Washington, as he crossed the Delaware on that fateful Christmas morning in 1776 with a ragtag group of people that were ready to quit in about a week. But one, Common Sense, the writer Thomas Paine, they literally read an article called Common Sense, and it gave them the courage to fight and cross that river. And that was literally what the effect that changed. One event can change the culture. And so I believe that we're at that time in history that we're taking back these cities, these woke cities. It's just a bunch of people coming together. And I believe that we're going to have an effect, and it's going to do something in the heavenly realm. And we're going to see God take back the city of San Francisco, for his kingdom is here at hand. So go to Open the Heavens, Keys to the Golden Gate, 11:1. 10 to 8. Now, I know it's at the Scottish Rites Masonic Lodge, and some people go, why are you doing it there? Well, because God told us to do it there. We're putting a stake in the ground, and we're not going to be afraid of some of the things that this thing represents. That's all I'm going to say. There's been a church that's met there for 7 years. And so that's all I want to know, is that we're in a place that we understand what that place represents. But God, we're overcoming good from evil. And so it's going to be an appointed time that we're going to be there. So Kimberly, once again, where can they go and find more out about the 250 city tour? What is the website again?
It's us250tour.com, us250tour.com.
Okay, it's on the screen. Or you can click on the link below. Well, thank you so much, Kimberly and Nancy. And once again, my website is mericrowley.com, and you can register for free, get your VIP tickets. The best is yet to come. Thanks for watching. God bless.
All right. Thank you.